Hello there and welcome back. As always, when a new costume drops in the game, I will be here to do a banner review. And today we just got Festive Gayle. Looking busted just like Theo. And in my review of Theo, I did a comparison with the other fire DPS and noted that we don't know, at the time, didn't know what Karma was going to look like. So it turns out Karma will definitely make Theo heads and tails better than the others, as it will this Gayle. Let's just go ahead and look at her kit first. Of course, we have this new attack value of 11,000. That's if she's max exalted and awakened. But it means her base is nice and juicy, high 8,000s. At A0, exalted. I just happen to have her exalted myself. So, yep, stats are just like Theo. And this is kind of balanced over here. HP and defense. And then we have another one of these huge multipliers on a 5 hits with a pursuit buff to self. And that's going to be clutch for subjugations. And that really sets her apart from the other whirlwind pursuit DPS characters like Nier, Yuri, and Collab Yuzuki. And you know, even Lars, FF Lars, who's more of a support character arena unit, can hit crazy numbers with that passive. So that's this passive right here. We've had this ever since Abstract U deal, and it's just been busted ever since. We've gotten so many characters with it. Bloodless Demos as well. And then, of course, we have the new 30% Vigor, just like Theo had, and that's what brings this attack value up so high. And then the A3 is skippable. Praise RNGesus. Tempest Drive, which is nice, but not needed. I would rather have her A4 for the stats myself. And then Debris, another 30% for 45 seconds. New upgraded Debris, looking really good. I won't be chasing that myself. I happen to have 2 Wind Debris already. So, of course, Karma is going to set her apart even more. And there's been some coverage of Karma, if you haven't seen it yet. Reddit or the other YouTubers here have covered it. Talk about that in a moment. Let's look at the weapon first. So we have another DPS main hand here. So a one-hand sword user will get this wind buff, and it's a 100% 5 times. That's like an EX skill. And then a crush 4 hits on a lower multiplier. This is cool. So if you're like me and you need one of those skills to trigger the knockdown, then you could trigger it with this skill, and then, you know, hit your character skill, and then hit this big nuke. Do all those AAs, and then, you know, do what you got to do to get that character skill up again. And the attack stat's looking pretty good for a one-hand sword. I like that a lot. And then the combo here is Boon and Vigor. And of course, upgradable to 100. So very cool. Obviously, the EX Gayle sword, probably even a little better, has that pursuit buff. It's one of the best DPS weapons in the game to this day. And so, you know, it's a tough sell to use this instead of that. But, you know, perhaps you have Collab Yuzuki on one wave, and then you have this Gayle on another. So, you know, at some point you got to consider that, getting 3 good DPS per element, right? And I could definitely use this Gayle, and I got lucky and got her on a 10 pole. I haven't prepared any kind of showcase or anything, but you can definitely check out Ciro's channel for all the best showcases whenever a new unit comes out. Cool, so like I said, Karma's going to really bring these new units up past the other ones. So even if they do kind of compare, like let's say you can only get Gayle A0 and she has 8,900 attack or whatever, and then you compare it to like maybe you have New Year Yuri Awakened or something like that, and they both have really awesome multipliers. Well, Gayle has that pursuit buff as well, and then with Karma, so what's been revealed is that we have 3 slots that can be unlocked, and you're going to have to spend Karma Stones to unlock those. And those are going to come in a slow drip, most likely 1 per day, and it takes 10 to unlock a slot. And then, however, we're going to be getting Karma items in event rewards. So that was revealed in the live stream, which I also haven't talked about yet. Unfortunately, that live stream, it just wasn't enough juice for me. It was a ton of stuff we already know with a little bit of new tidbits here and there. So in any case, those karma slots, are going to open up crazy possibilities. Like you can get a 20% pursuit buff or a 20% bold vigor buff, or 7 or 8% cooldown reduction. Bonuses to crit rate and damage, depending on which slot. And we've also seen that DPS and support characters going to have slightly different possibilities in their slots. So of course we need to wait a week for that, but it will be available on Divine Baldy, the new Anna units, and I believe on the Survey Rally units as well. So that's something to consider here. And that definitely is, how the developers are getting us to pull on the new units. So, once you slot in those karma slots and then just start rolling, you're gonna have to spend mats to roll to get the desired passives that you want. But who knows when they're gonna roll them out for the old units, and units that just were meta a month ago might even take the longest to get it. We just don't know. So should you pull if you need a win DPS? Absolutely. She's really, really, really good. Strong as hell. I'm excited to use her in Arena. If you've seen, FFU deal has been really popular, and he doesn't work that well for me because my best sniper is Shadowbomb Priet, and she really likes to use the subjugation staff. And so does Udeal, and I can't really pair them together. So this Gayle is going to slot in and replace my need for Udeal. She can use her own weapons, and that's the other awesome bonus about her, is that she has such amazing weapon options, which we kind of talked about a moment ago. Of course, the EX Gayle sword. And then there are a whole slew of short cooldown weapons for her to use in Arena. There's the Celeb Hina sword, the FF Lars sword, and the old, Iron Signpost, the Fractured Lars sword, which we don't care about anymore, but it's there. So mainly the Celeb Hina sword. I feel like everyone I know pulled her on the Survey Rally, so she's still there too if you need that sword. And just consider that we have Noelle coming up in Lavanya, and my suspicion is that Lavanya is going to be kind of the special unit, maybe with an instant character skill or something different, some kind of arena-focused unit, just because we usually get one, I actually have no idea. And I have a feeling that the Noelle is going to be built just like the Theo and Gayle, but for Dark. Again, have no idea. I just hope they don't do this format for all 4. That would be kind of boring, just 4 DPS units. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's all I got for this video. Thanks again for watching and for your support. It is much appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.